don't have any right person to communicate. Sometimes if you have some thought process, we are going to the wrong person, means it will go to the different area.
Put yourself in a jail and you are saying someone has to from outside with the key to help me, but key is with you. Why can't you open it? I work with people who are disconnected from themselves. They are alive, but they are completely disconnected from being them. So I help them because I overcame that situation and challenges in my life, and that is why I chose this identity shifting life coach program. Outside is just the reflection of what is inside me. So if I can change what is inside me, I can simply change what is outside. I work on 4 areas: master their thoughts, their emotions, their belief system, and their actions. I help women who are totally disconnected from themselves, especially in India. They are very ambitious. They want to do something. They studied everything they have done, but once they are married or they got into a wrong career because of the family or other people's expectation, they suddenly feel disconnected from themselves. After that, they don't know what to do.
Hi Reitha. Reitha, today when you introduce yourself as a identity shifting life coach, actually what it is?
So honestly, when I refer myself as an identity shifting life coach, I'm not thinking about any work or coaching. My memory goes back to a hospital room actually.
Okay.
So few years ago, I was admitted in a hospital for an open heart surgery, and one day before the surgery, I and my mom was alone in the room, and I was very silent. I was very quiet. I was looking through the window, and my mom asked me this question like, "Are you scared? Tomorrow is your operation. Are you scared?" So immediately, without even thinking, I just responded that no, I'm not. And then I still remember what I said that day, because I told her that I'm not even I don't even care whether I live tomorrow or not, because what is the point of living? I have nothing to do in this life. Every day is same. Even if I die tomorrow, maybe you and Papa will be sad for a few months. After that, you will forget. So what is the point of life? And I saw my mom's tears rolling down. Then that was the life or the identity I was living there those days, and it was not just one incident. I was continuously feeling the same way. So today, when I talk about identity shifting life coach, what I'm actually referring is I work with people who are disconnected from themselves. They are alive, but they are completely disconnected from being them. So I help them because I overcame that situation and challenges in my life. So I work with those women who are feeling disconnected, and that is why I chose this identity shifting life coach profile.
Yeah, good. And also you are mentioning something inside out. What is that?
So normally what we do is, when there is a problem, we try to fix it.
Okay.
So we fix one problem and then we move to the next problem. We try to fix that. In relationship, I have a problem today. I try to fix my husband. I want to change him. My parents, I want to change them, their behavior. So I try to fix external situations.
Okay.
But the situation, even if I try to fix them, it just changes from one thing to another. But if you change from inside, within, how you see things. So if I am saying that my husband can easily trigger me by saying something, how I see that thing, if I can change the meaning, if he says this, that means he don't respect me. If I can change the meaning, the same emotion won't come out.
Okay.
So if I can change what is inside, my external situation, my external conditions, I can change.
Yeah, that means whatever happening outside, it will not affect me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what is inside me is just the reflection. Outside is just the reflection of what is inside me. So if I can change what is inside me, I can simply change what is outside.
Okay. Normally, who is your target audience actually?
So I help
women or everyone?
Yes, I help women, who, as I said, who are totally disconnected from themselves, because some of the women, especially in India or abroad also, they are very ambitious. They want to do something. They studied everything they have done as per the society's expectation or their parents' expectation, but once they are married or they got into a wrong career because of the family or other people's expectation, they suddenly feel disconnected from themselves. After that, they don't know what to do. So I have so many students who are really educated, like post graduation or PhD has completed, and after that, once they got married, they have kids, so they stopped working. Now, before their identity was I am a working woman. Suddenly it's a mother, wife, so many other things, and they lost who am I. So I help those people to reconnect with themselves and create an identity which is in alignment with who they want to become.
Okay.
So normally what happens is, whenever we want to, suppose I have a goal, and to achieve that goal, I start taking action. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes I fail. So if I succeed, I am happy. If I fail, I may think that maybe this is not for me. So whatever is the action I'm taking, based on its result, I am creating an identity. I'm starting to tell a story, because of my background, where I come from, maybe this is not for me if I am failing. And slowly I start to create an identity that I'm not capable enough. If I succeed, I may create another identity that I can do anything.
Yeah, I think we're working on the thinking process. What we are thinking, we will be the same person.
Yeah. So I work on 4 areas. Thoughts.
Yeah.
I help them master their thoughts. I help them master their emotions, their belief system, and their actions. Sometimes I want to take action, but I'm not able to, because if I have an external motivation, I can do the work. But if that external motivation is not there, then I can't do. So I help them to create that internal motivation. There is no dependency. I just can create it from within, and I can take unlimited action. So these 4 areas are where I work with them.
Yeah, okay. You are doing, you are helping the women to identify the real person, sometimes they are using the mask, after the marriage, kids, they are changing, it's going to the different identity, and they are literally forgetting what they are, the real person you are trying to out, right? So how you are doing that? It's a one-to-one, how you are helping others?
Yeah, I do one-to-one and also group coaching. I also do the group coaching also. So what I do is I invite people for a clarity call, a 30 minutes of clarity call. So whoever has any emotional issues or overwhelmed feelings or some clarity that they are feeling stuck, they can come to me, and in 1 hour I'll talk to them. In that 1 hour, I'll exactly show them what is their root cause, or what is the root cause of their pain, why they are stuck, why they are not able to move in their life. And once I show them that, I'll give a breakthrough also in that exact session. I'll help them to overcome that situation. But in 1 hour, if I try to help them, they will see change. They will see, but that won't be a long-lasting one, because just this we flip the thought or beliefs, and they can see the change. So if that has to be a transformation. Change means it is reversible, but if it is a transformation, it stays. So if it has to be a transformation, then I invite them to work with me for minimum 3 months. So when they are working with me for 3 months, I help them to identify what are the negative thoughts that they are getting. Even if we can't do anything with the thoughts, thought just comes. But once the thought comes, what can we do? How can we increase the space between the thoughts so that number of thoughts are just less, overthinking little bit reduces. So this way I help them to control their thoughts or manage their thoughts. And then emotions, there are so many negative emotions they are feeling. So people say situation is making me feel this way. If the situation is different, I won't feel this way. Things are making me feel this way, or these people are making me feel this way. So I help them to take the responsibility of how they are feeling. It is us who are creating the emotions. It's not the external situation. So if, for example, if I slouch my body and look down and I want to feel happy, I can't feel happy. I need to use my body language to feel happy. If I look up and try to be sad, I can't be sad. So by using our body language, by giving some meaning to some thoughts, like, oh, this person said this, that means, by adding meaning to something, we are creating the emotion.
Okay.
If we can change that, we can take control of it, and we can be so powerful in that situation, because other things can't affect us now.
Yeah.
So I help them to do that. In these 3 months, I help them how to track their emotions, how to change that emotions, and then belief system. I help them to catch their belief system, which is not allowing them to grow in life, which is limiting beliefs. So I help them to catch that, break that, and create its opposite, empowering beliefs. When there is an empowering belief, that helps you to grow in life. That is why it is empowering. So I help them to flip it to empowering beliefs. And then they take action. That is why people get results in
Yeah,
it.
normally, I think many of the members is watching this video and they are, don't have any right person to communicate. Sometimes if we have some thought process, we are going to the wrong person, means it will go to the different area.
Yes.
That means, if a person is thinking something like that, why it came to me? Because I am doing this much thing, then why it to me? Then the other person, when you are communicating, this person also saying, oh, that's okay, then it will merge to the something else. And if the person is not connecting with the right person, it will give more pain, and sometimes it will go to the small problem, they will make it big.
Yes.
Actually, it's when we are thinking more deeper, sometimes it's very simple. We are able to control ourselves, but we
Yes.
can't control other external things.
Yes.
So you're doing a great job by one to one, asking the questions, identifying, and finally I can imagine that something, one home have a very good treasure and the key is missed somewhere, and this person is trying to search and identify this key, but if they get the key, they will get that treasure. You are doing that job because it's there in their home.
Yeah.
Key also there, but they are not able to find out. But you are
Yes.
helping. This is the key. Go and open. Then everything is there in your home.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful job. And really, I'm just thinking, this is actually a surgery or operation treatment. We can say anything because it's need. Otherwise, someone need to hear and asking the right question is need. So, what's your message for the people who are watching this video, who is thinking that why this all happening? No answers. They know something wrong, but not able to connect the dot. Thinking, is it possible? I am able to do that. Lot of questions. What's your suggestion to take a one-to-one or take a meditation? What the first step they have to take?
Yeah. So when you referred this story of or the metaphor of key and the treasure, I don't know how you said this because that is the exact question I ask people in my session also. I ask them, I tell them that you put yourself in a jail, you lock this key, and you are saying someone has to come out from outside with the key to help me, but key is with you. Why can't you open it? And the other thing that you mentioned is the pain that people are feeling because they sometimes connect with the wrong people. I had this experience before. So before all of this coaching and other thing, before all of this, I was working in an IT company. And as I said, for so many years, like while studying itself, I was feeling my life is meaningless. And I was carrying that emotion for so many years. So when I was working in IT also, it was carrying forward. So as I said, sometimes we think, if I change the situation, if I change the job, if my condition change, if I go to another city, maybe this will change. But once we get addicted to some of the emotions, you carry forward those emotions. So I was also carrying forward this feeling of meaningless. So one day, something inside me was so heavy that I was feeling so emotionally, suicidal thoughts were coming, and I was working from home. So I needed some help. Then I called my manager and I said, I don't know what is happening, but I need your help. And then my manager said, okay, I'll talk to HR and we'll see what we can do. So HR gave me a mental health support team's number. The company was in tie up with that. So I called them. I was already crying. I was suicidal, and I called them, and they collected my information, my name and other things, and they asked me, okay, what is your problem? So I was sobbing, I was weeping, and I somehow, struggling to talk, I just communicated what I was going through. And this girl, the receptionist, attended the call, and she was like a very trained voice, Reitha, we don't have any counselor today, you have to call back tomorrow. So I was already in pain. I was expecting some consoling words they'll say, but she didn't. And then she asked me, okay, are you feeling any suicidal thoughts, or are you feeling like you want to harm yourself? Before calling her, I was thinking, why do you want to call? Just jump from this balcony, then everything will be over. Then I forced myself to call, and she asked me, are you feeling this? And I was breaking. When somebody is asking, are you sad? Are you okay? Suddenly something will break inside, right? And it happened with me. I was breaking, and somehow I said yes. Then she said, okay, I want you to repeat what I'm saying. And she repeated that after this call, if anything happens to me, my organization or this mental health team won't be responsible for that. And I couldn't believe what she's saying. I want to repeat when she is saying that. She's not offering any help, but she wanted me to repeat that. And I couldn't say this. I said, okay, yes. And she said, no, you have to repeat this because we are recording this call. So we have to keep this for proof. I somehow repeated, disconnected the call, and I felt so helpless in that moment because I was asking for help. I reached out for help. And what they have given me is a disclaimer. They made me feel like a liability. So what I was already feeling like my life is meaningless, they made sure that I feel it again. After that, I didn't reach out to anybody for so many months or maybe a year, I think. I didn't reach out for help. I was struggling mentally, emotionally. I was really struggling. But somehow later I was able to overcome. But that point where I felt like life is meaningless or nobody wants me to live or nobody wants to help, that made me not to reach out to any other person. So if somebody is reaching out to wrong person, then it will be really painful. So in my case, what I do is I offer them the clarity call so that they can understand what is going through them. And as I said, we all get addicted to emotions. Like a drug addiction, we get addicted to emotions. It can be positive or negative. Once we get addicted to that emotion, we just want to feel it every day, more often. So it doesn't matter it's through any person or anything. We just want to do it. So like if I got addicted to alcohol today I'm drinking, and if you're asking, Reitha, why are you drinking? I'll say, it's a good party, so many friends are here, so that is why I'm drinking. Tomorrow I may say, nobody is there, I feel so lonely, that's why. Next day I'll say, so much of work is there, that is why I'm drinking. So every day, the situation or my excuse can change. But what I want to feel, I'll get it. Similarly, if I got addicted to anger, I want to feel this again and again and again. But to justify that, whatever is easily available at that moment, I'll use that as an excuse. So people will be an excuse that day. Situation can be an excuse. Anything can be an excuse. So in that call, I help them show what is their addiction. And I help them show for how long they were being addicted to that, for years. Maybe since childhood they are addicted to those emotions. And I help them, how can they change these addiction? How can they break this addiction and get addicted to some happy emotions or good positive emotions? If you get addicted to happiness, you will do anything to feel happy every day, which is a good thing, right? So I help them do that. This way, in that clarity call itself, I help them flip what they are going through, and that breakthrough and realization, that is why it is called a clarity. They get the clarity, oh, I am creating this. And once they feel that, they are ready to take the responsibility of their life. If I am creating it, I can change it. Otherwise, it was before they were feeling helpless, nothing is in my hand. People are making me do this, they are making me feel this, I am helpless. But now, in that clarity call, they say, okay, if I am doing this, okay, I'll change it. So they feel empowered. Then from there, I take them forward.
Yes, nice. And what's your memorable transformation story of your students, or what's you remember the most?
Okay. There are so many stories are there, so many students have come, but this one is very personal. So one day one lady came to me and she said she's planning to suicide. She's waiting. One of her kids, son is in 12th standard. The daughter is in 10th standard. Once they complete this, they'll go to hostel. So she is like, I am just a mother. I'm just a wife. I have nothing else in this world to do. So what is the point of living? So once they are in hostel, I'll commit suicide. So then she was talking. I tried to flip her identity, how she is seeing herself, and then I gave her the clarity what is happening in her life, how she is creating this identity, and because of that identity, how she is shaping her destiny. And when I showed her that, she was interested to join my program and she wanted to continue. So she continued with me. Today, she is a trader. She is a naturopathy coach. She is running her own book club. She travels all over India and somewhere outside India also, like alone. She's just exploring the country. And she is also planning to coach people who are feeling the same way, and now she is becoming a coach also. So now, once you change the identity, how what do you believe about yourself? How do you see yourself? You can change how you create your design or design your reality. So this is one story. Another one is one graduation completed girl came to me. She had some disability in one of her hands. Because of that, her parents were protecting her like a first standard baby. She was not allowed to do anything. She don't know to wash her hair also alone. So she was that dependent. But now after graduation, they were thinking that they want to marry her off. But if she goes to another house, she can't be this dependent. So they thought, okay, I'll take her to Reitha for coaching. She came to me. So I asked her, what do you want? I said, whatever. She said, whatever you say, because that is how she is. Whatever other people say, she'll obey. So I asked her, do you want to continue your studies or do you want to get married? Whatever you say. Then I coached her, I trained her. Then after 1 month, she said, I will take the identity as I am an explorer. So she said she want to explore things. And she said, I'll go study again. Then she chose B.Ed, teacher's education. She said, I want to help kids, young kids. And she said, I'll go to another city. She never stepped out of her house alone. Always somebody was there. She said, I'll stay in a hostel. I am an explorer. I want to explore. And I gave her this belief that you can try unlimited times. If you fail, so what? You can try again. So that belief was with her. Whenever she says, if I fail, so what? I'll try again. So with that courage, she went to another city. She stayed in a hostel. The parents were not allowing it. They were not okay with it. But she was so stubborn that I want to do it. Then they agreed. And she went outside. She completed her B.Ed. Now she's continuing her M.Ed. And she wants to complete M.Ed and teach kids. So this is the identity shift. Once you shift how you see yourself, your entire reality changes.
Totally, you are offering a new life. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. Actually, I'm also so glad to see the depth of what you are doing.
Thank you,
Because
sir.
people need this kind of support. Otherwise, they will be alone. Sometimes, the right time, right people, God will send.
Yes.
Okay, so definitely I will share your number in the video description. Whoever want to take the one-to-one or your group coaching, everything is possible. And what's your message to the members who is watching this video, who is thinking, maybe they are thinking so much, I am useless, I am not this, not this, that much, too much thinking. What your message to them? What the step they have to take?
Yeah. So these beliefs that we are creating, like I am like this, I am like this, or the emotions that you got addicted to, all these are changeable. You were not born with all of this. These are some crap thoughts. Somehow you got it, you repeated it, and you, without checking its evidences, you started believing it is the truth. But it is not the truth. Like an advocate proving something is wrong in a court, if you question your belief, you can easily break it. So if you can break your beliefs, you can create a new belief. It's all in your hand. So you don't have to feel that you're helpless, you can't do anything. You are the creator or co-creator, I say. You are the co-creator of your life. You can redesign your life the way you want. So don't feel hopeless or helpless, thinking that people are making me feel the same. Because of my situation, I'm like this. You always have a choice. Either continue the way you are living now or completely redesign your life, which is possible. So I would suggest you the second one.
Definitely. Very good. Thank you so much for your time. We'll have further meetings like podcasts. We can again we can continue.
Thank
Do
you,
the
sir.
great job and serve more people. This world needs like you.
Thank you so much, sir. Without your help, I wouldn't be doing this. And thank you really so much.